You are now listening to the Cheatcoders podcast with Natz and Black.
Good morning or evening.
Wait, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that intro anymore, right?
No.
I don't want to keep saying that I'm the rapper. Let's just say, look, it's Nathan.
And his Raf.
Excellent. And welcome to season 2 of the
Cheatcoders. And this is going to be kind of like going back to the basics again. Kind of like going back to how it all started, because now we have to figure out a new intro, a new way of presenting our podcast, since you're in a totally different country now. It's just
exactly.
It's going to be like starting from scratch, back to square one.
Yeah, because we were just such pros, you know. We just like leveled up in less than a month in the original Cheatcoders, and now we have a whole network.
We've been doing this since December, so it's been at least 3 to 4 months. Which is all right.
We're just gurus now, you know.
Yeah.
And now we're going back a step, because now we're doing this internationally. We just keep getting bigger and bigger, you know.
Yeah. You're just traveling while I stay here.
Hey man, at least we can say we're an international podcast now.
That's yeah, man.
Something.
Everyone will be like, "Oh, this guy."
I keep looking. I keep looking at the different cameras here, because just to give you an idea, we're obviously recording ourselves. We're visually and audio wise, but we're also having a Skype chat. So just a little technical aspect just for you guys, you know. We want to keep it raw. You're part of this journey as well. This journey of us. You're gonna remember the day that Raf and Natz were just, you know, Skyping each other and doing all these techniques. When we've got the followers and the following to back this, you'll be like, yeah, we were day one fans. We were there for the struggle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're doing this. We're putting all this effort just to talk shit in front of an audience, which is you guys. All 5 or 10 of you. I don't know how much has grown ever since the last episode, but...
Dude, I watched the last episode. I don't even watch our episodes, man. I just watched the last one then.
Which one
got 50 plays.
Oh, the last one with
the car park conversation.
I was so out of it. It was just really late and shit.
You were just tired. I think you were just over it because we were trying to set it up for so long, and then it was like so hot. Well, it was a hot night, I think. It was pretty hot that day.
Yeah. It's starting to cool down here, but it's still a bit warm in Australia.
Oh wait, dude, I can't hear you.
Hello, testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay,
yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Okay, I can hear you.
All right, I'll cut that out.
This is the kind of shit that's going to be happening.
We're so new about this.
We haven't perfected this.
We haven't perfected. Yeah, we're trying to perfect it. I don't know if this is going to work. So this episode might be released or not, depending on how it goes.
Dud.
Like maybe the recording will stop like sometime during the conversation, but we'll see how we go.
Something ridiculous. Well, we can edit it, chop it up, just you know, relevant shit. Not all the fluff. So yeah, we'll bear that in mind. Yeah, we'll bear that in mind.
All right, cut that in mind. Yeah, cut that bit out. All right, sweet. All right, back to the podcast. How was your trip, man? So far.
Which one?
Oh,
You're talking about Iceland?
Let's talk about it as a whole, because you've been gone for about a month and a half.
How long has it been? I can't even get my phone because
you left at the end of January, so February and March. So you pretty much nearly a month and a half.
Yeah, a month and a bit, I'd say. It's gone really quick. Now that I'm here, time's just ticking. So the days are just going, like every time a month passes, because now I'm looking at it like, well, the length of my stay is technically only 2 years max, unless I can get an extension. And obviously before the trip, I was thinking minimal, like, oh yeah, I'll give it 6 months, 2 years max. Where now the fact, at the rate of how time's going, I'm like, I don't know if this is enough time now. Because like a month flew, dude. I feel like I was still in Sydney not that long ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot has kind of happened. It's flying. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. It's like, it's just going so quick. And it's been great. Settling in hasn't taken that long. I'm not really doing anything crazy. Like I don't have a proper routine in place. I'm not working. But the only highlight really was Iceland, and that was last. When did I come back from that? That was last week.
Last Wednesday, you said you come back.
I've been recovering, and you know the funny thing is, I was just you know, the last podcast. So I was just watching it just then. This just jogged my memory. It's good that you brought this up. And we're just talking about injuries. Yeah. The last thing we talked about, how we were sustaining random injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Funny thing is, so right before I left Sydney, I stuffed up my ankle. Remember that we recorded that day, and that was the day that I wrecked my ankle. And I was struggling. Like Shivy had to walk me to my car and drive my car when we drove to the car park in Cabra. Dude, I don't know what it is with me, but I think I have a bad omen for traveling. Every new country I go to, I have to sustain a new injury.
What's the new injury now?
Did I tell you this? Nah. I don't think I told you this. I've only told one person actually about this. And a few like comments here and there on social media, but I haven't actually properly told the story. I'm not going to talk about my entire journey, the whole trip, because it's too much. We'll be here for like ages.
Yeah, talk about the highlights, the injuries, the struggles.
There's only one highlight. The fails are the people want to hear the struggles and the fails. You know, they don't want to hear me talk about my spiritual journey and
they want you to break down
positive crap.
They want
to see me broken down, and I'm going to talk about the breakdown. All right, you ready for this shit?
Let's do it. Let's start to finish.
All right.
Exaggerate as much as possible. So
no need to exaggerate, Raph. This is just facts. I'm telling you now. This is hard, man. This is hard. All right. All right. So basically, the trip was only 8 days. I left London to get to Iceland. Reykjavik on a Tuesday night. So I was there on a Tuesday night. It was already late, so I didn't do much. I just kind of like got there, checked into my hostel, did a bit of a walkabout, and figured, look, I'm going to wing it. Tomorrow, let's start fresh. Let's just go in and do the first thing that comes to mind. Wednesday hits. I'm like, okay, let's go. I start walking, and I was always thinking of hiring a rental car because, you know, you want that freedom. You want to drive. I wanted to drive. That's just me. When I travel, I want to drive. But I was a bit reluctant because obviously, one, it's winter. Two, it's another country and it's on the other side of the road. And three, it's Iceland. There's ice. Technically, no, it's not known for ice. Like Greenland's ice, Iceland's green, but it was winter, so there was ice roads. It wasn't the safest time to drive. So anyways, what I did was I put on my GPS the closest rental place, and it was an hour walk. But me, like having my inner battles and my, you know, my halfway way of thinking, I just started walking towards the rental place, but on the way deciding if I should or shouldn't. But I already knew in my mind I was going to, because why the hell would I be walking? So I walked for an hour, finally got to the rental place. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, hi, I'd like to rent a car, please. So I just immediately get the car, get in, and took off. And look, it started off great. First day, I got the car, just started driving north. I didn't even know where I was going. I decided to Google like a random Google search, found a blog and some info about certain hikes. First hike was great. I did a hike that was supposed to take an hour and it took me 3 hours because I took 3 wrong turns and I got stuck in mud. So basically I was dead tired. If you check my stats on my Fitbit, I literally walked about 40,000 steps. And I don't even know how. I think I was riding off adrenaline, and this is hiking on there was at one point I missed a trail and I ended up being in the woods.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even on trail anymore. So it got potentially dangerous, and I realized no one was on this hike. I was the only one. Like I didn't see anyone for 12 hours. Anyways, got home. I was drenched in mud and I was like, wow, that was amazing. Second day, I was supposed to return the car and I'm like, nah, that was too fun. Let's keep going. So I'm on minimal sleep. I'm tired. I do the same thing again. This time I drive even further up north. And for some reason, I just kept going further and further. I was like, nah, man, let's keep ticking off these waterfalls. I just had like, you know me, I have this like obsession. I just keep doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like, it got to a point I was like, you know what? I want to see the Northern Lights by myself. Like I want to be able to hunt these down without a tour guide kind of thing, because I don't want to pay for something. It's a natural wonder, you know, that it should be free to see. I didn't realize there was so much more to finding these friggin' lights. I thought in my mind I just had to find a certain spot, and then they just turn on like a light switch. Like God decides to turn them on. Like, all right, it's Northern Lights time, and then it's on. That's not the case. Apparently, there's a few things you need to look out for. It all comes down to the moonlight, if there's clouds, and the aurora activity, if there's certain activity. And apparently there was no activity that night, but me being like an optimist, I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. I went up north to the darkest part I could find, and we're coming to the end. Sorry, I'm trying to make this story as quick as possible. I'm basically like 4 hours away from my hostel. I'm basically
4 hours.
My hostel is south, and I'm like north. I'm basically on one side of Iceland to the other. Iceland's not very big, but to say that I'm on the other side of the continent or the island, it's pretty full on. Like how
so, like it's there. Like your hotel's in Sydney, and then you ended up at Port Macquarie. It's like probably further. And I was even considering like, dude, this is too far. Like I might have to sleep in the car or find another hotel. And just to give you an idea, the kind of conditions I drove through like a road, and all you could see was just snow, like Game of Thrones, winter and ice roads. Like I was like, I do not want to drive here at night, because even during the day I was driving at 60 miles per hour because you know, I don't know what it's like. What's
like,
60 miles in Australian? I mean, like in kilometers.
I think it's like 80. Because like I was just sort of gauging how other people were driving. So everyone else was doing the speed limit, which was 80. So I was like, all right, I'll just go 60. So I'm pretty sure it's like about 80 or something.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, I found this landmark that I quickly Googled because apparently it's been spotted there, the Northern Lights. It's just this big rock thing on the beach. So I figured when I get there, it's a beach. It's probably a tourist destination. Everyone goes there a lot. Finally get there, I start walking down the trail and I can't see this rock. I'm like, wouldn't it be a bit more obvious by now? Did I drive 4 hours for nothing? I keep going down, and I realize once again I took a wrong turn. It's like there's another trail on that side. Me being all MacGyver, I'm like, I figured I'll just walk through the bushes again, go off trail. Finally get there and I see it. And it's like, it's so far. There's like another avalanche to get there. And I'm like, this is too dangerous. There's like ice things and sand. And it was dark. It was pitch black as well, aside from the moonlight. So it's probably like not the most ideal place to see the lights. And plus it was cloudy, so I couldn't see. Anyways, I was like, all right, I'm over it. I think I should just go back to my car and wait till it gets really dark, like midnight. Start walking, get on the footpath again. Before you know it, my legs are up in the sky. Bang! I land on my back.
Oh man!
I land on my back. No, fucking solid ice.
Solid ice. That's even worse, eh? No way.
Like hard ice, not slushy. Like I can't explain the pain. I was like, oh. So I'm laying down on ice now, and I'm like, oh my God, did I break my back? Like it literally felt like I broke my back.
Yeah.
And why it felt like that is because I couldn't get up. And the thing is, because I'm on ice, I can't even get up because it's slippery. So I start like Revenant, like just start crawling backwards, doing these. And I'm like, okay,
that's some
there's grass over
shit,
there. Yeah. I was the exorcist. I was doing the backwards crawl until I got to the grass, just so I could be like, I need to be like in safety. Finally got there so I could get some grip, and I realized, man, I can't get up. My back is so sore from this fall. Anyway, that's when I sort of crawled, finally got myself together, and I was like, shit, I'm done. And then I didn't realize how far I actually walked down. So my car was probably another 20 minutes up. So I had to like hike with a bad back after resting. Finally got in, and then like just turned the motor on, put the heater on. I was just sort of like struggling and just survival mode. And dude, like it was so cold, and my heater, My petrol was only halfway. So I was like, all right, if I stay here, I'm going to freeze because it's so cold. My only option was to drive back. So I ended up driving back anyway. So it was a 3 or 4 hour drive back to the hotel. And I did that with a bad back and driving through some Game of Thrones glacier type conditions. And when I got home, all right, to top it off as well, I forgot about this part. When I parked my car, I think it was some drunk European dude. I don't know if he was French or German.
Yeah.
Gets in my car and I'm like,
shit.
Take me to my hotel. And I'm like, dude, I'm not an Uber. I just got here. So he starts arguing with me and I'm like, shit, he's already in my car. But luckily,
I thought you were like, I'm going to drive your car or whatever.
I was like, if he got aggressive, I was like, fuck, I'm just going to drive him. Who cares? Fuck. But luckily his mate was like still collected. It's like, dude, just leave him. He's a normal person. He's not an Uber. And I'm like, thank you. Because I was like, dude, I can't even run. Like if this guy's dangerous.
Yeah.
Let alone fight. How can I fight with a back that's messed up? Anyway, like I wrote that night off. I was like, wow, that was a fail. And I got to my hostel, crashed in bed, and then I had to wake up at pretty much 7 a.m. because I had to move the car at 8 because the parking.
Yeah.
So basically I was just ruined after the second day. And yeah, the pain persisted. I ended up actually going to the hospital on the third day just to be sure. And then
you make it sound
like,
like it's an
fine.
achievement. Oh, it only took me 3 days to get to the hospital. What the fuck you doing in the hospital?
It only took me 3 days this time, But that's my story. Like pretty much, yeah. I didn't realize how loud I was talking. My bad. Anyway, should be okay.
I was just waiting for you throughout the whole story. I'm like, when is he gonna have that accident? When is he gonna have an accident? I thought you were gonna have a car accident, bro. I was like, shit.
Nah. That would have been full on though. I was pretty good at driving. I thought it'd be pretty shit.
Yeah.
But that accident was pretty well delivered. I even made a video to myself, like, if this is it, man, I just want to say I love you guys.
I have a story similar to how you fell, kind of like feet in the air type of thing. I forgot to mention it in our last episode, but it was this is recent. This is the most recent injury that I had. Not injury, but like fall. So
okay.
I remember filming at a house, probably up in Central Coast.
This was at work.
This is at work.
Oh no.
So houses are different. Like sometimes the driveways are steep driveway, so you have to walk up. And then, all right, cool. I walked up, and then it started raining I was like, oh, I forgot to get something from the car. So I ran down, not ran, but like it came to a point that it looked like I was running because, gravity was just against me. So I was walking down, but I was like kind of like fast walking, trying to balance myself. And then, And then I don't know, I was like, I just look like a friggin' clumsy dickhead. But then I slipped, and then both feet in the air, landed on my tailbone. And it hurt like a motherfucker. The funny thing is, the vendor of the house was outside as well, driving out. And then they stopped and they were just watching me fall. Like, so you can imagine the car just stopping right in front of me. And then I was like trying to play it off cool. I'm like, mate? And then they got out of the car. I was on the ground for at least a minute or two, just trying to collect myself. And they're like, "Oh, you okay?" I'm like on the ground. I'm like, I'm alright. It's okay. I'm alright. I think I need to get new shoes. That's why I think I need to get new shoes.
Lucky you didn't have your camera. If you didn't have your camera equipment, that would have been tragic.
Man, that would have been tragic. If I broke those stuff, that would be stupidly crazy. But yeah, it was funny. I ended up having.
I think that would have been worse. You ended up what?
I ended up having a bump on my tailbone for about 2 weeks. And it really hurt.
Did you get it checked? Because that shit would have actually hurt more, I think.
Yeah. I didn't get it checked. I don't know. For me, I'm a bit stubborn to go to the hospital or doctor. I'll be like, I'll just play it out. I'll just rest it out. Just give me about a week or two. I'll be fine. Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I'm just paranoid. The tiniest thing, I'm like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta get checked because then I keep thinking about it.
You pull a muscle, like, oh, I need to go to hospital.
Yeah, no joke. The nurse, when I went to see her, she's like, you sure you wanted to get checked? Because like it'll save you a lot more money and time if you just go to the chemist and get some painkillers. And I'm like, yeah, I thought that was the case. After I like, all right, peace. That's all I wanted to hear. I just want that peace of mind, you know, that peace of mind. Like I already knew, like, nah, it's probably just like a muscle thing, to be honest. If it was fractured, like, come on, I'd know.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was right. It's like you would know if you were fractured. I'm like, you're right, lady. I'm gonna get some painkillers. So yeah, it's all a mind thing, to be honest. Half the time, I don't know.
I can imagine you falling onto the ice and landing on your back. And you know how people just like, in general, people like when they fall on their back and stuff and they're trying to recollect themselves, they're just pretty much going, oh, fuck.
You know what? You know what the worst thing is, dude? For once in my life, I wish I didn't fall when no one could see me. Because I actually wished someone was there to at least help. Because it was actual real fear. Because one, it's midnight. I'm in the middle of nowhere in another country. And it's snowing. There's like...
You know what it reminds me of? Yeah, Batman Returns, when Catwoman falls from the ceiling. From the building and lands on the snow and just lays there.
On the dirt?
And the
snow.
yeah.
That was it. That was me. I was freaking... What's her name? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. You just didn't have the cats licking you and shit.
Or like Home Alone, freaking the robbers when they slip on the ice.
Yeah,
that was it. That was the extent of the flip. Like it was
like mid-air, so like your whole body was in the air,
whole body was in the air. That snow is not like ice is not something to mess around with.
Yeah, man.
That's something else. Anyway. It's good times. How's Sydney? How's things there?
Sydney.
I keep in touch with everyone these days.
Yeah,
but like, you know,
it's like you never left, man.
I know. It feels weird. Like, especially because like I'm not in a real routine yet. I've only seen like 2 or 3 friends from Sydney. Only 3 occasions really that I've gone out to see people. But you need a sort of like a routine to actively start meeting people. Like I've met people in passing, but you're not going to be mates with them and hang out again after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trying to figure out trying to get a group of friends. It's not like you can join a group of friends and be like, I don't know, in a pub, you just lurk in and be like, hey guys, what's up?
Yeah. And that would be a bit weird.
Yeah,
that would.
And then the next day you try to look for them. It's like, hey, remember me from yesterday? I'm lurking again. Like, it's just weird. How do you approach a group of friends who already have a friendship? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm quite fortunate. There is a group here. I've only hanged out with them once, and they seem pretty cool. But I think a lot of the people that do become a group is just friends of friends, and they're all Aussies that are on a similar visa, and they all sort of congregate because it's sort of the same struggle. Like, I know how you felt when I came here. And the only thing is I don't live in the city, so I can't actively go all the time. You know, it takes me an hour to get in. And it costs a lot from here where I live because I'm technically not in London as well. But I think like that'll sort of all happen if I decide to, get a proper job.
Yeah,
but, for now it's this. It's this, It
would have been easier, like probably back in the day before phones. Then if you were looking for people who don't know the area, they'd be holding maps and shit, so it'll be easy to point out. But nowadays, it's all like phones, so everyone's looking at the phone anyway. But it's gonna be hard for you to find those people who are
like people that actually want to be social and stuff. I'll tell you, the whole Iceland trip is funny. I've never stayed at a hostel before. Have you stayed at a hostel?
Nah. No. I don't think I will.
You don't think you will?
I'm too posh for that shit. Nah.
I'll be honest with you. You know me, dude. I'm pretty posh. I have a certain level of standard that I abide by, but like I actually wanted to do it for the experience purely. And I was actually getting a bit of anxiety at the thought of having to stay at a hostel. And this was the first night I was going to go.
Is it because of the movies?
Well, partly, yeah. Not the whole murder thing, but you just meet people and then there's random chicks that are topless there. That kind of thing. Like, I didn't think it was going to happen, but you know what I mean? Like, you just meet
a little bit thought people. A little bit of you thought it would have happened.
I was like, please.
You close your eyes in the hostel and you're just walking with your eyes.
And I'm just like, I'm here.
And then you open your eyes, it's like, oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Well, this is the point I'm gonna raise, and it's like it's relatable to anything that you do that's sort of the unknown. You always have a perception of it, of what you think how it's gonna pan out. It could be in the form of a job interview, in a form of meeting a partner's family for the first time. You know, you play a scenario in your head, and then you sort of think, this is how I'm going to tackle if this happens, and this is how I'm going to go in when I approach this. Yeah. So for me, when I was going to the hostel, this is just on the flight. I'm like, all right, when I get there, I'm going to like say hi to everyone, shake people's hands. I'll buy a bottle at the duty free of like some vodka and just be that friendly guy. Like, hey, you guys want some drinks? Something?
Become that extrovert that you're really not.
Yeah. I was going to I'm going to extrovert the shit out of myself. Anyway. This is expectation versus reality. Reality.
You go in there. Let me guess. You go in there like, ooh, go on your phone, and you sit in a corner. Ooh, what's happening in Sydney?
Not quite. not 100% quite. It was actually a bit lamer than that. I get in. I'm just like, all right. I'm full G'ing myself up. I'm like, I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm like, all right. I got my room key. I'm about to go in my room and meet my hostel friends. I get in there, open it, confident as shit. It's just one dude on a bunk by himself, just laying there, like just he doesn't even say hi. I'm like trying to get his attention by making noise so I can sort of go in with the, hey, what's going on, mate? So it was like, firstly, it was one dude, and everyone else wasn't even in the hostel. They were already out doing activities. I settle in. I finally make eye contact with them. I was like, hey, what's going on? It's my name's Nathan. Yeah, cool. All right, do you? And basically after that, I'm like, this guy doesn't even want to talk. And then I feel like how they perceive it in the movies is not quite as it is in real life. You know?
Where's the girls?
Where the topless chicks at? Why is there just one dude?
It's like you had a mind frame that you're walking to a strip club.
Like, what kind of hostel is this? Anyway, that's what happened. So I ended up having a whole bottle of vodka for myself that I didn't finish, and I chucked it away by the end of the trip.
Was the roommate was he English speaking or was he European type of thing? Wait.
Oh, I figured it out in the end. Huh?
Yeah. So in Iceland, was he foreign or was he like?
Oh no, it's some American dude, and then like the thing is with
that could explain it.
People just,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. But people just come in and out. I don't think people say hi or whatever. The last night, because I had one more hostel, I checked in because I was only gonna stay there to sleep for like a couple hours. So my last night was in a hostel as well, and when I got there, the whole room was empty. There was only one bed, and I could see it was a girl that was staying there, but all the shit was all over the bed. So I'm like, it was weird. So once again, I'm having this perception, like, I wonder who that is, kind of thing. But you don't see these people because people are just in and out. They literally just use it as a bay to keep their shit, and pretty much that's what I did. Because after my first day, when I built up that expectation for myself, the next 2 days, I did those 2 massive treks where I'm driving for 12 hours. So I hardly saw or met anyone. Wait.
Yeah, what's up?
My headphones cut off. Give me a sec.
Yeah, we cut here.
Okay, I'm back. Sup? Sorry.
All right, as you were saying.
Anyway.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you again. Sorry, my freaking thing got messed up. Is that still recording? Yeah, it is.
There's that picture of there's a picture on the left side, on your right, in the background. It kind of freaked me out just then.
Where?
This one here.
Oh shit! Oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit! I didn't even notice it until now.
Did it freak you out?
Yeah,
like maybe like the grudge is behind it or something.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's the sucky thing.
I was trying to like. That's why I'm sitting on this side because there's a lot of. I'm obviously staying at my auntie's place. Very fortunate to be living with family for now while I settle in. But I gotta keep it down a bit because it's almost 12. So that's why I'm sort of talking a bit soft. You know how I usually am. I'm like I'm always talking shit.
Next time we'll reverse the time frame. So at night it'll be morning. It'll be like morning there. So next time we'll record.
And you can be loud as shit anytime you want. It's your house,
Yeah, but then again, whatever the wife says.
That's that plug, just to be sure. She's gonna watch this later.
Yeah. Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, that's funny.
Gotta keep it down if I have
Cheers.
to.
Cheers to that, mate. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. I just go to hostels with vodka.
And weird American guys on their bunkers and shit.
Pretty much.
That's funny, bro. Was there anything I don't know, was there anything different that you experienced that's not you'll never find in Australia?
I'd say everything.
Everything?
I'm pretty like Iceland's just one of those very surreal places. Like it's textbook. People can just Google this and then you'll see comments, people like, oh, it's another world, it's beautiful. But it really is. When I was there, I was just in awe the whole time. Like every time you drove out and take photos, you're like, holy shit. One complaint though, food's expensive as shit, man. It's not a cheap country to go to.
Is the currency
sure.
Is it because of the currency or is it just
I don't know what it is, man. It's so freaking expensive. Let me give you some context. What was it? Like all right, Chinese restaurant that I just walked across. I did the conversion, and it totaled like one dish ended up being like $30.
$30? That's
one
like
dish.
double.
$30.
Shit.
Oh, dude, double. Yeah, it's a lot. And I was like, I was rationing quite a bit. Like I brought some 2-minute noodles with me, and I was just being cheap. I was eating Pringles and just muesli bars. By the end of it, I was like so hungry. I just didn't care anymore. I bought a pizza. KFC was somewhat cheap, but I was paying like for a normal meal like $25
shit
for like KFC. for like a normal meal that we'd have like a Zinger box meal. Yeah. So I was spending as much as you'd spend for like a family feast back home, like back there. You know what I mean? And I was just getting what was it? Burger, chicken, and chips and Coke. It's
for $25. That's unbelievable.
It's not a cheap country to go to, and from what I hear, I think the government it's bankrupt, so they're pumping it with the prices, and tourism is obviously huge there, so they make the airfares cheap. Airfares are cheap as shit, but as soon as you get there,
done.
So yeah, I blew a lot of money. I'm like, oh, okay, pause. Let's go on a break before I go to the next place.
Yeah. And
I'll plan it better. Because I think winging it, to my extent, sort of added up the costs a bit. I should have probably planned a bit more. But, you learn, right? Yeah. You live and learn.
Sweet. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Forget it. But yeah, how about the food in England? How you eating in England?
It's okay. Oh, I'm fortunate. Like I'm with my the fams here, so I get like home cooked meals and stuff. But once again, you know what? Now that I've been to Iceland, I don't mind paying for the meals here. Like it's more expensive still, but like I'm like, dude, I'll pay that much because Iceland was survival. Can I tell you something? I've been going to I love going to KFC in different countries. Yeah. We talked about Thailand, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed with the KFC in London. It's not good, bro. It's not good.
Not good at all. Like
you'll
never have it?
It's bad. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Oh,
but
shit.
the Zinger burgers, it's a bit more Asian-y, the taste. I'm thinking of doing a segment, like doing a little meal friends, like what Alan does, but just rating KFCs around the world.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be a good idea.
It's a bit of an idea. Well, I did a pilot, a quick one, and I did like a quick rating of the Iceland KFC.
Yeah.
I'll save it for when I edit it. I don't know if I'll keep it in my blog as a segment or just do it as a whole separate thing.
No, do a whole separate thing and then put it as in like put a title like
KFC in
Asian man goes around the world for KFC.
Trying every KFC.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like it'll be like a.
Do you reckon it's a good idea? I was thinking of doing it.
I reckon like a 5 minute.
I recorded it.
Yeah, like a whole 5 to 10 minute video of you just traveling around getting KFC everywhere
and giving it.
Yeah.
Exactly, because I'm already doing it now. Like I've done Thailand. I should have. I wish I recorded obviously when I did that. I've done America, and I've done Iceland, and I'll do the UK one again. But the benchmark is fucking Australian KFC. It's the best.
Yeah, man.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it, man.
You know what? I might have KFC today.
Yeah, you're a dick, you know. Wow, you're gonna send me a picture while you're at it? Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna do a live Instagram video.
Oh wait, sorry, my headphones cut off again.
I'm just gonna do Can you hear me?
1 sec.
Hear me?
Okay, I'm back. Yeah,
right.
We're back.
Yeah.
So I should just get my wired headphones next time. I'm trying to be fancy with the Bluetooth, but look. In terms of food, though, I haven't properly gone to any high-end or fancy places. It's kind of sad going by yourself. Maybe if I score a date or something, but for now, it's just home-cooked meals.
In restaurants, just bring a laptop. Everyone will think that you're a business person. Just dress up nicely, bring a laptop. Oh, he's just on his business break.
Oh, he's on his business break.
He's so rich that his his high-end restaurants is like his breaks, his lunch food, Let's do that.
That's a pretty good idea, Raf. Like, I didn't think about that. I might do that. That's a good one. Have you heard of...
uniform will be like a suit. Just walk around in a suit. Just look legit, bro. It's all about faking it till you make it, bro.
Fake it till you make it. That's exactly it. That's some advice I can go by. Have you tried Five Guys burgers?
No, I haven't tried Five Guys. I've heard about it. Like, it's not in Australia. It's more like American.
I think it's American. Well, they got that here and Shake Shack as well.
I've tried Shake Shack. Shake Shack's good. I've tried that in Japan.
Oh yeah, was it same quality?
I can't compare, but like it was really good.
Yeah, I can't compare either. Yeah, I think it'll be. I don't know, man. Now that I've just gone to different KFCs, I'm like, quality changes every country you go to. They sort of adapt to the culture as well.
Yeah, it's all different produce and different styles of cooking, and how everyone's
they put a twist.
It's kind of like how you do recordings on your music. Each time you do the same verse, it's always going to sound different in terms of food quality. Each KFC is going to taste a bit different because it's done differently.
True. That's exactly it, and obviously the stock, the
produce and stuff. So
the produce, yeah. Anyway, they got that. I haven't tried it, but there's plenty more to see. I haven't really dug deep into London yet. I've been probably 4 times into the city since I've been here, which isn't much actually when I think about it.
Are you gonna go try other European countries? You're gonna go to like France or like Italy?
Yeah. That stuff I can do, but I'm sort of just figuring it out. Like, I don't know where to go. I might do one more solo trip and then, start advertising for friendship if anyone wants to go anywhere.
Have you tried advertising have you ever tried to look for a job as in like as a travel person? Like travel, since you have the time, you can travel to Italy and vlog about it and, get paid for it, or like something like that. Review like
I don't think there's I think what we're doing now, that's what it will turn into if it actually happened. But I don't think anyone does that, like pays for you to review. That's in dreamland, man.
I know. Maybe I thought it exists, but you'll see. It might exist. That'd be cool.
Like travel bloggers. That's what they do, right? They just travel and then they get heaps of hits and then
then they get
free stuff.
Yeah, free stuff to do that.
Yeah. That's YouTube style jobs, but you need a following for that. So maybe this will.
Yeah, man. Hopefully this will branch out into something big, and then you can travel for free. Yeah.
I'd love that. That'd be awesome. But only one can only dream. But we got to stay focused, man. We got to expand this network. And hey, you want to talk about what we want to do with this network? Because I actually wanted to bring this up in this
good
podcast.
segue.
And since we you always cut off sections and post them, they don't have to wait like 40 minutes to get to this part. And then it's totally irrelevant. So just cut this part and post it on Facebook, because I really wanted to announce this. we haven't had a proper conversation yet. Like, we've talked about it on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, WhatsApp.
But we're on the same page, and with it, I'm not going to take full credit. This is obviously more so Raf's idea, and I'm 100% on board because, you know, I'm part of this too.
Yeah.
But do you want to do the honors and explain what you want to do, where we want to take the Cheatcoders podcast in terms of the network?
Okay, so there's a reason why, if you haven't noticed, which you probably haven't noticed, I've changed the page and everything else from the Cheatcoders podcast to the Cheatcoders Network. So it started off with just a podcast with two guys talking shit about each other and talking shit about what they've experienced and everything. And it's now we're trying to branch off into a network kind of deal where it's going to have shows, other podcasts, content. So my aim is to get as much content out there as possible, whether it be different type of music, whether it be other expertise from other people. So it's not going to be mainly me and Natz doing different things. It's going to be a whole
not at all. No,
other people with their specialties to bring to the table, and I'm going to be mostly trying to produce most of the stuff, film most of the stuff, and then branch it out into a whole channel, legit channel, like as if you're watching TV and then you're switching to a channel and they have different content. So that's my aim for now. So I already have another podcast in the works right now. I recorded it yesterday with a mate. I don't know if I'm going to surprise anyone, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's LOC, and he's got his own podcast happening. Surprise. So yeah, so it's probably going to be out like at the same time as like whenever this is out, whatever. But I'm just trying to make sure that everyone. I'm trying to build a community again, like it was in music, you know. Just build a community full of people with content and creative ideas. Put it together and see how we go. Because back in the day, it was fun. The whole point of this is just to enjoy and have a great time and see where it goes.
Can I just...
This guy's full laughing. I'm having like a moment.
You just went full blown radio mode.
It's weird because that's how I kind of talk to mid-air, because like I'm talking to thin air right now. Who am I talking to? So I have to pretend there's an audience there. So
because I'm just on your screen. I'm just a picture on your screen right now too.
Yeah.
So you're a bit crazy. Hey, look, I'm just gonna add my 2 cents. Can I add my own? Do my own air movement?
Do your pitch, bro. Do your pitch.
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to sell it. This is just sort of like how I look at it. And you already raised a great point at the end there, when in the terms of building community. I think I can speak for both of us when we say this. Me and Raf obviously don't have much of a following, as much as we'd like to. But what excites me about this idea, it's beyond just two of us. It's not to lift us. It's not to sort of make our channel bigger. It's literally just trying to restore something that we both know we've had in the past. And that was obviously with our rap group, the rap group I started, which was Round Circle. We were younger then, and everyone was sort of like, just sort of coming up, trying to like outdo each other. But in a sense, because everyone was on the same page, it was bringing everyone up at the same time. And you can't deny, when you have some sense of community, doesn't matter how big or small your contribution is, having that sense of community really uplifts everyone. It's sort of like just makes a central hub to access all this information and content. And the fact that we're expanding, it's not just about music. It could be fishing, it could be cooking, it could be, I don't know, like reviewing, anything, dude, food or whatever. Food. Friggin' Alan's channel, hit us up. But like, look,
hit us up if you want to become a part of the network.
It's a free. It's not for profit. It's there. It's like, we're not saying that we can help you with your channel, but we can help bring everyone together, and everyone will sort of bring that traffic across. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like the whole
Like-
point of the channel is like joining different
Brands
ideas,
and
different
content,
brands. It's like say like whoever's a fan of the Cheatcoders will be like see on the channel. It's like, oh, LOC, I've heard about him, and then I could check out his stuff, then his stuff, and then it's like, oh, this person has this other thing on this channel. Let me just check it out because I'm a fan of this, and that, and then it just brings a whole different type of fan base.
And the fact the community exists, it's there. It's just that it's not united. It's not connected at all. It doesn't have to be like we're all aligned and we're doing the same thing. As long as there's sort of somewhat an affiliation, everyone does their own thing. But if you give us the extend our affiliation with each other, we could make something great. And we got Raf here. This guy is like a multimedia. He's got the tools for it, basically. We just want to bring it all together. So
yeah, man,
it's exciting, man. Like it's really exciting. Like I think it's got a lot of potential, and obviously the whole purpose of us talking about it now is, like it's a call out. If you have an idea, or if there's something you want to sort of run by us, just send us a message, man. Just PM me or Raf kind of thing. We're going to continue this sort of podcast that we're doing, but we'd love to have more segments, more content. Just keep it flowing, because
yeah, man, just keep it going because
back.
like momentum is key. And plus, like the whole reason, one of the reasons why I want to do this is because it actually got me to be more creative, get my creative spark growing, because at the time everyone could relate. I've mentioned this here and there, like it's become stagnant when you're just stuck to a 9 to 5 and you just want to just use your creative.
I can completely agree.
Yeah, just use your creative spark and your creative brain and your creative hat just to do something and create something that you're proud and want to, look back and be like, I've done that. So this has got me going. I'm just on I'm on a roll, having a couple of meetings, couple of recording sessions and stuff just to see how we go, and then hopefully it'll just lead to somewhere. I'm just want to just do stuff that I want to do,
Yeah, I second that, because the fact that because we do this at such a consistent basis, like it's become a routine that we sort of have to abide by. We've got our own things. Like I don't even know what else you're doing on your side, but you obviously know what I'm doing, like with the music. I'm trying to do a bit of vlogging, and I've got a few things that I'm sort of trying to work on. The fact that this keeps it running, it's literally the force that has sparked my buzz as well. So it's basically the same thing that you're saying right now. It's woken up my creative buzz, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
And, we want to spread that moment. We want to spread that energy, and we can feel it now. Just in our small group of friends, a lot of us, it doesn't get promoted publicly, but a lot of us are quite active again. We don't promote it as much, but I've got a good feeling about everything. So hit us up, man. Especially our friends. You already know us. There's no barrier there. Just hit us up if there's anything you want to contribute, advertise, promote. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, man. If anyone is getting inspired to do their own podcast, just do it. Just run by me, and not run by me, but do it, and then
it's the way of the future.
It's gonna be good. So.
And it'll be fun. At the end, what do you got to lose? It's free, it's fun, and you might make something out of it.
Yeah. And I'm not saying join the network, our network that we're trying to build, but just do it. I just like seeing other podcasts out there. It just I'm very podcast centric in terms of what I listen to, and it'll be great to listen to other people's podcasts. I've been listening to other people's podcasts, and it's been great.
I missed all of that because my headphones died again. But
you'll hear it again.
I think you had some really good points. I concur.
Yeah, I pretty much said that Natz is a bitch, and yeah.
I agree.
I agree. But
that's cool.
Have you been keeping in touch with movies or music lately, or have you just been fully into the whole traveling thing?
No. I can't be constantly. I'll tell you now. As action packed as my stories, or some days I'll be flat out. Yeah, I've got 100 million snap stories. I've got a lot of downtime. Some days I just don't do shit. just what it is, man. We're human. I just lay there. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna watch some TV the whole day, or like whatever, you know. Which I feel very guilty about. Like when I do waste a day, I'm like, dude, I've been given this time, like, well, for myself, to be doing something, to be productive, and sometimes you just gotta like, I gotta put the brakes on. Like especially after Iceland, the day after, sorry, I just slept the whole day, and I felt bad about it. And I thought, dude, I've been like non-stop for almost 8 days.
Yeah,
Like,
you need to have a break.
So much you can do. You need a break, yeah. So I think that's my problem. Like, oh shit, here we go again. Sorry.
You need different headphones, bro.
It's some bullshit, isn't it? Right. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, in terms of like, sorry, I went way off topic again. I got another topic, but I don't know if it deserves another episode. Do you want to just bring it up here?
Just bring it up. Let's just do it. Or else we're just going to forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like the first movie I watched when I got here, I had no expectation. I went with my cousin because he just said, hey, you free? You want to go watch this movie? I'm like, yeah, all right. Black Panther. So one, I had no expectation.
Yep.
I knew there was a lot of hype because I follow a lot of rappers. And everyone's hyping it up like this is the next thing. I didn't even know it was a Marvel movie, to be honest. I went to watch it, finished the movie. Yeah, it was cool. Went home. I don't like it. I do not like that movie.
Here we go. Hot take.
And I think I'm gonna cop a lot of flack for this shit. But I'll be honest with you, I don't see how that was a good movie. I thought it was shit.
All right.
Did you like it?
Hey, I enjoyed it. What didn't you not like about it?
Look, at the least, I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't terrible. I don't know. Everyone's saying the character development. I'm like, what development? The bad guy? I'm like, he wasn't even that Michael B. Whatevs, bro. He wasn't convincing. Like, I don't know. I just think it was overhyped. The fact that it was...
The hype
dark.
was huge. The hype was huge, man. The hype was super intense. As in, like, I'm happy with how the movement it has caused and spark it has caused in terms of what it had an effect on the world type of thing. Yeah. But I can understand where you're coming from.
Something I missed. I just like objectively as a movie, I just didn't like it was okay. The action was okay. It was funny at some times, but I don't know.
I can honestly say that the comedic timing and all that comedy stuff wasn't up to par on my level, but I enjoyed the movie as a whole. Maybe because I'm a Marvel head, so I know where it's the type of style it is going and like everything. But in terms of the character development, I think I was talking to Charles about this yesterday on our podcast because he enjoyed the movie, he loved the movie. And then I was telling him that everyone's been saying the reviews I've been hearing always talk about the surrounding characters, but not the Black Panther type of character, because everyone's thinking that the main character isn't the most interesting character in the whole thing.
It was very dull, to be honest. I was like, half the time I'm like, this is the most boring hero I've ever encountered. Like, I just don't feel for him at all. Like, cool, good on ya. Like, cool.
In terms of like, there's a style like I mentioned this in the last podcast. I don't want to keep doubling it up, but I mentioned that in film school I learned that most TV shows, movies have a very dull, boring central character, and it's all about the people around that character and how they react. The main character is the person that drives the plot from A to B, and then everyone else around them, say in this movie, which is the sister, the Dawn Melage, the bald girls, and Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger, the reaction that they have in terms of his journey is what makes the movie. It's kind of like how I use the same example in the last podcast, which is Entourage. Have you seen Entourage?
Nah, I don't. No.
Name a movie
the TV show.
Name a TV show that you've seen that's not Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones.
No, you know what? Even How I Met Your Mother, the TV show,
Yeah.
Like Ted's the most boring character.
Ted's the most boring and central character.
It's absolutely right.
Everyone around
you're
him
right.
is what makes them thing. But at the same time,
right,
I'm not going to try and convince you that Black Panther was a good movie. I'm going to because I know no matter what, you're going to think it's a shit movie. Because
I just thought it was a shit movie. I think the hype was too much. And the funny thing is, it wasn't hyped for me. I had no expectation. I didn't even see the trailer. I just went in going, okay, this is a movie that looks like it's got a lot of hype around it because all the rappers or the black community is obviously talking about it quite a bit. I just took it for what it is, and I walked out of there like trying to feel something for it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's as honest as I can make it. Like,
if you're trying to
I didn't like it.
Yeah, trying to make it good for you, then it's not going to be good. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
It's not going to happen.
Like, it's like, all right, I'm going to go back to Jumanji. Like, that's a movie that I walked out. I was like, wow, that was a good movie. Jumanji.
I could disagree with you with that, but which is the best thing about movies is objective. Like, people can like it, people can hate it. You know, like I'm not going to say Black Panther is the best comic book movie out there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be probably like mid-ground, same level as Doctor Strange and let's say like I don't know. I enjoyed Spider-Man more than I enjoyed Black Panther. And
can I give you a bit of an analogy that I think, like a sort of a parallel that I see with Black Panther? I think for me, because I'm a bit of a hipster sometimes what puts me off on something is when there's too much hype around it. And I feel like a lot of people, just because of this movie or what it stood for or for what it was, jumped on that wagon, not genuinely liking it. They just did it because everyone else liked it. And it was the same way I thought about Kendrick. I only got into Kendrick like a couple of weeks ago when I went to his concert. Remember?
Yeah.
I wasn't really a big Kendrick fan, but there was a point where I'm very sure I've talked about this in another podcast. Like, people back then when all that Kendrick hype was happening, quoting lyrics of Kendrick that weren't even good lines. Like, they were like filler lines. And they're like, oh, genius. I'm like, dude, are you like just following the whole, because everyone's into him kind of thing? And I feel like that's what it is with this movie. Like, I've watched a lot of reviews, a lot of vloggers that I respect that I watch, and I'm like, dude, are you doing this just for the, just because everyone is? Like, my earphone died. Wait. Before you make that point, I want to hear what you say. All right, go. What were you saying?
So you calling all these people?
Wait, it cut off again.
Come on, you need to get a new
Say it
headphone.
again.
Yeah. So you calling all these new people? I mean, these reviewers, the people who enjoy the movies. Are you calling them liars?
Because they're just latching on, man. They're trying to get the respect of the black community.
You don't like this movie. You don't like this movie so much that you're willing to call the people who like it.
I'm just being real. That's
you're
the
not
difference
real.
between our podcast. It's the difference between our podcast. We go against the grain. We keep it real, and that's my opinion.
All I can say is I enjoyed the movie. I can understand why you didn't like it. I
didn't like it. Yeah.
Because I know your taste in movies as well. So Jumanji.
Yeah, well, I guess that says everything. It's like, that says everything. You like Jumanji. Your opinion's not valid.
No, but then again, Jumanji and Black Panther, they have kind of the same audience anyway. So I can't use that as an argument. Like,
oh really? Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, they kind of have the same kind of feel for, like, I don't know, like that type of fun.
I beg to
action
differ. I beg to differ.
But yeah, I could understand your point.
Good times. Yeah. Well, that's been a burning one. Like, since I left Sydney, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to bring this up with Raph in the next podcast.
Oh man, Infinity War. If that turns into, I want to hear. You have to watch Infinity War, no matter what. How many times I told you.
I probably will watch it, but
it's a big thing. Like, as in, like, the hype's gonna be real because this is 10 years in the making type of thing. But I think just because of that, I think you're gonna think it's shit.
Hey, I might surprise you. I'm
really hoping people die, man. As in, like, in the movie, I'm really hoping if no one dies in that movie, in Infinity War, like the main characters, then it's a shit.
Like movie. Iron Man or something.
Yeah, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Not even Spider-Man. Probably the main five that started the whole thing. Hulk, Captain America, Thor, whoever. And if they don't die, if none of them die, it's a shit movie
Nah,
automatically.
they're just cash grabbing. They just want to keep their legacies going so they can milk them a bit more. Yeah. I get ya. I feel.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's start a hashtag. Death to Marvel character for Avengers.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I've heard your opinion about Black Panther through different like podcasts and different reviews as well. It's just there is a small group of people actually saying what you're saying. It's like I don't see the hype. It's actually in terms of movie making, it's not that great. Yada yada yada. Effects
because I went there. Like I guess because I didn't have that hype behind me. Like have this expectation of what this movie is gonna stand for or whatever. So I really went there just for a good movie. Like I want to see the action. I want to see what happens. I wasn't even excited for the villain. The villain is always the biggest thing for me, kind of thing with these movies. I didn't feel for him. Like, all right, cool. He's upset. Now he's back. Take what's his. Whatever.
To each to their own, man. Like I enjoyed the villain. It's in terms of villains in Marvel, he's probably like. He's not the best, but he's
a whiny little bitch.
He's not. At least he's not a mustache twirling kind of villain. It's like I want to take over the world type of thing.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That's the worst.
Cool.
That's the worst type of
villain.
villain.
You're right about that.
I'm not trying to convince you or anything.
Yeah, it's typical. No, it's cool. That's cool. I'm not trying to convince you.
I like that. I like that you don't like it. Because it
I
brings,
like that you like it.
Yeah, I like the conflict between like what you like and don't like type of thing. Because
I think we conflict in every freaking movie we watch.
I know. I don't think we like the same type of movies. Maybe if it's not a classic movie, we're not gonna like it. As in, like if it's a modern mainstream type of movie, it's for some reason if you like it, I don't like it. If I like it, you don't like it.
Well, we like Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah. But I think.
Oh, dude, just for the movie geek, because I know like you're a movie geek as well.
Yeah.
The place that I went to Iceland for this like glacier ice lake. Yeah. That's where they filmed the first scene in Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know that the scene where like the Imperial officer with the white uniform.
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
He's got the troops, that grass, and it's like black dirt. It's actually sand.
Yeah.
And that's obviously Iceland in summer, and it was that mountain thing, and I was like, holy! It was covered in snow this time, and also they filmed Game of Thrones, Fast and the Furious.
Oh, okay.
In one of the James Bond movies, there was a car scene chases on ice. Anything car scene chases with ice,
it's Iceland.
They filmed it in these lakes.
Okay.
They filmed it. It was so cool. I was like, oh man. And apparently, there's another fun fact. Whenever they do car chases on ice, cars. This is what the tour guide said. No matter how powerful the car engine is, it's not going to travel on ice at all. So when they do these chases, they're all attached to like snowmobiles to pull them through.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Fun facts. Fun fact, Natz. It's the segment that we should have every single friggin' episode. The fun fact, Natz.
Let me give you some facts.
I got some facts, man. That's heaps good, man. Like, fuck.
Some facts that I learned. Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, good times.
Man, that's heaps.
But the Star Wars one,
yeah. I like going to places where they actually film stuff. Like I go crazy every time I go to La Perouse. It's like they film Mission Impossible. That's all we have. It's like Mission Impossible. And then we got Parramatta where they film.
You can get a.
Did you know they filmed the Wolverine movie? Not the last one, not Logan, but the one before. That it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in Tokyo, and they actually done up Parramatta to make it look like Tokyo. It's legit.
One of the must have been
for that one. That's the whole reason, because it's cheap. And you know, like I've noticed, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen trailers and I've seen parts where it's like the Chinese gardens in Sydney, and there's parts where it's actually the train line in they have a train scene where they fight on top of a train, and it's in Parramatta. That train line. It's like you know how you see the Westfield and stuff, but they take off the Westfield. They put it like
how long ago are we talking?
I think 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh wow, it's a long time ago.
Yeah. So.
You missed one, dude. You missed like the most iconic Sydney set. The Matrix, Martin Place fountains, man.
Oh yeah.
Go there and just like soak that in, dude. Soak it in.
Yeah, I'm full of Paramount. Oh, Wolverine. Or like Mission Impossible. It's crazy.
Now you can go to Martin Place, like, oh, the Matrix.
I'm a fucking Neo,
Jeez.
bro. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I don't know any other locations
Nothing in
Sydney.
Australia. I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything else in Australia.
Well, Sydney
Maybe
in
Wolf
particular
Creek.
because it's very yeah. I'm just thinking Sydney because it's very specific. Like it's very close, so I could
Yeah.
actually go there and be like, oh, they filmed this here.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, dude, you would like jizz your pants if you went to LA. You gotta go to LA.
Oh yeah, that's like
you.
oh yeah, definitely America. Like
go Hollywood.
movies I watch
Let's
are
go
American
Hollywood, bro.
anyway. So yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Straight up, go Hollywood. Yeah, for sure. That should
Yeah.
be next on your list.
Yeah, it's
Do
definitely.
it.
Yeah. After we get a place, we're trying to find a place in Sydney, which is fucking expensive.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah. Good luck.
I know. Good luck because we need the most luck that we can have, man. I'll take as much luck as I can.
Hey, it's doable. We'll make a way.
Yeah.
All that Cheatcoders money.
Yeah.
Once again, if you got PayPal, please donate to the cause.
Have you made any money on your Natz Blazing channel ever since you?
Nah, zero, dude. I'm trying to like. Oh shit! Sorry. One more time. It's ridiculous. Is that working? Wait, one more.
You're gonna make my editing jobs like
I'm sorry,
more difficult
bro.
as
Sorry.
it is.
Just keep it raw. The next one
Yeah.
I'll bring a proper, like a wired headphone.
Yeah.
I was looking deep into the details of like, because obviously we want to, not just me, we want to like be able to do this full time. Let's be real. Like we want to do this. This isn't a side thing for people out there. We want to make something out of this channel and with our individual ventures. It's a shitload of work to get to a point to even make some
Coin.
what of a coin from this shit, man. I've got like $1.
Hey man.
It's fucked, dude. Yeah, but like this probably deserves another segment and we can talk about it in more depth because I'm not through the whole book yet, but I've sent you the book, obviously, Gary V, Crush It. I got the PDF version. The guy's rich. He doesn't need my $10, so I didn't buy it. Sorry, Gary V. But, you know, when I make some YouTube money, I'll buy the book just as a thank you. But this book basically just goes into depth about, like, social media, how to utilize it, and how his mindset's very deep into how the world is moving into the digital age, where being a YouTuber or being, like, anything to do with social media is a viable career. And I truly believe it. Like you see, like we've talked about this in our last podcast as well, you know, the Black Mirror one where we were just talking about like how all the top companies, they're all tech companies now. It's all about the statistics. A lot of jobs are going to be obsolete eventually that don't require humans anymore. So a lot of entrepreneurial type of thinking will be required in the new future that we're going to, and I think it's the way to go for us to really dive into this shit. Even like I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be doing this full time in the interim. I might end up having to get a job soon because, you know, money doesn't grow on trees, but I think it's extremely important to really be cluey about this shit because one day this could be the only real viable.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be every single
of
person's gonna
making
be
it big
entrepreneurs
income.
and stuff. Everyone's gonna be like their own boss.
It's just data sharing. It's data sharing. That's all it is, really. And really, it's the go-to for everyone to do something. Like, obviously, some traditional forms of trade will still have to exist, but I don't know, man. Like, it's the ocean is deep. It's a big ocean, and we're like just little fish in there, and there's so much we can fucking.
Yeah, man.
So much you can go to. Like, I'm really looking at trying to tackle every single social media outlet. Like, before, you know how we always used to think, nah, Twitter's dead, it's all in Instagram. I think it's so important to remember that each platform has its own audience, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think we're doing it quite well now. It's probably a good thing. Like, before, we were only on Mixcloud. How stupid were we when we started? Like, nah, we'll just get people to go to our Mixcloud.
It's funny because
And
like
all we used was
Mixcloud,
our Instagram.
Mixcloud is one of those things. Like once we first heard about it from Lucky, he told us, "Oh, you should be on Mixcloud." The first reaction we said is like, "What's Mixcloud?" We don't even know what it
And
is.
we're just too stubborn. We're like, nah, we'll just stick to our SoundCloud. And like, we forget like each social media platform. Like, I'm not going to go into depth. Buy the book. I'm not going to read the book and then read it to you. Each platform has its own like purpose. Like, they all do different things and target different audiences. And like, yeah, so what if you like, you know, that mind frame that we used to have, like, oh, we'll post it on our Instagram. Most of the people we follow are on Instagram. Like, because obviously like our friends will be on the same networks.
Yep.
So it's sort of doubling up. But we don't think that in the bigger pool of things, Facebook has what, X amount of people in an entire pool, and Instagram has its own pool.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't post there at all, that basically cuts you off from that market completely.
Yeah, you got to
know
be
what I
in
mean?
it to win it, man.
Yeah, and it's just posting tailored content for each. Like, you got your pillar content, like obviously for this, Cheatcoders, and it's great. Like, we have on YouTube the entire episode, but on Facebook we have snippets. In our Instagram we have little stories that we send.
Yeah.
And the Mixcloud we got the audio. It's sort of that concept, but on a greater scale. Like, obviously if we... Sorry, I went on a rant, man. I'm just very passionate about this shit because I really want to make something out of this. But
I'm glad you're on board with like this, man. We can say we're the co-founders of this shit, man.
Hey, you never know. Like, that's what we're aiming for. We want to make the first
swear,
Australian Asian.
if
Let's
you-
be real. Our people are Asian.
If you Mark Zuckerberg
Australian
me,
Asian.
if I'm like Andrew Garfield in the movie, bro, and you're Mark Zuckerberg, I'll fucking man.
Friendship over.
The friendship over. We have our own movies, like Cheatcoders, the movie, and it starts off with a scene, a boardroom scene. This is me and you just looking at each other like fucking dick.
in like a law firm or something, eh? Like, sign it. It's like, I'm just like, sorry, Raph, you just gotta sign it, bro. Just gotta sign it.
And Alan as in like Ricey could be the two twins. There's just two of them.
He's just like,
he's the social media guy with the ideas, and I'm like, oh, I like that idea. I'll do my own.
sounds like some shit I do. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you, bro.
Don't say that, bro. No.
That was so 2005.
Yeah,
when
man.
I just
We're sticking
take the
together,
beats he
man.
made.
It's funny, because
different now.
back in the day, like people would actually post tracks that you were featured on, and it'll say Natz Blazing,
My
this
song.
song featuring
Hey,
nobody
that wasn't
else.
my fault.
It's
That
not your
wasn't
fault.
my
It was
fault.
like
That-
it was the audience type of thing. They're uploading
It
your
happened.
songs.
Yeah.
You just happened to be
that's
the most
true. Like
popular
that,
one.
I Love You Baby, Spread Your Wings. They weren't my songs, or I mixed them, but yeah, that's what it was.
It's kind of like that nowadays with like famous pop music. Like they'd hear a track, say probably like a Calvin Harris track back in the day before it was famous, and they will think it's the singers who features in the song. It's their song, but it's not a Calvin Harris song. It's kind of like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but Calvin Harris doesn't really do much though, eh? Like, he'll
He
make
makes
the
the- I
beat.
think he makes the
Like, he's
beats.
already kind of cheating. He's like a DJ Khaled almost, you know?
DJ Khaled, he doesn't make his beats, does he? I don't think he makes the beats. I think he just puts it together.
don't
He's
think
like
he
an
makes
A&R type of guy. Like
Nah,
just,
he's like Dr. Dre. He's a producer. I think he's like a producer. Because, you know, technically Dr. Dre, like, especially now, he doesn't make his own beats either. Like, all the riffs, the piano riffs.
It's just
like, I
his
think the
name
way they
is
see
so-
themselves,
yeah.
like an exec producer, like, I want this kind of drum. And then he'll get his drum guy to play some drums.
Yeah.
And then I want this kind of piano. And then puts it together. Like, yeah. I don't know.
to be real,
He's a bit weird.
in a definition sense, that is what a producer is supposed to be. They're supposed to be like, I want this, this, and then
pretty
they
much.
get people who actually can do that and put it together. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we can't
I think
mix-
that's what they define between a beat maker and a producer. Like a beat maker, you're just pumping out beats all day. Here you go, finished product, rap on this. Whereas a producer will be like, I hear this person on the track and I want this kind of hook. And then they might just sound to the actual instrumentalists how they want it to sound and how they want it to be on the track and just put it together. Like, they'll control everything. They're like the conductor almost of an orchestra.
In terms of
about it,
filmmaking, they're the director. They're like, and then they'd
Yeah,
work
absolutely.
with the artist and be like, oh, I think if you project your voice about at this level, I reckon you'll get a bit of more emotion out of it. So go for that. Like, I want more emotion.
Yeah.
I want more emotion, type of thing. So I reckon
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And I think that's what DJ Khaled, he comes off obviously as a bit silly.
I can
but
imagine him.
He's not.
I can imagine him directing an artist. Be like,
I think he's quite talented. Like,
Yeah.
come on, he has to have some caliber of talent to be where he's at. And I've even in that Gary V book, how he's utilized Snapchat. Like, he acts like he's a joke and he's quite funny, but he is deep down behind the scenes. He's a smart dude, man, with where he's gotten up to, kind of thing.
yeah, I reckon.
Like, he
I
just
reckon
comes
once
across
the
as the guy
cameras,
that-
I think when the camera's off or anything's off that sees him, he's just a completely different person. He's just full calculated.
Yeah, he knows what he wants. He's calculated.
Doesn't
yeah.
smile or anything, and the camera's back on. It's like, oh, DJ Khaled, we the best.
You never know, man. You never know. I reckon that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like Dr. Dre's the same. Like, this is what sets Dr. Dre apart. I don't know where I read this from. I think it was like, I don't know, just a quick one. When he first got Eminem, sorry, Eminem again. When he got Eminem into the studio for the first time, you know, Role Model,
yeah,
the song Role Model, and he's like, "Don't you want to grow up to be just like me?"
yeah,
kind of thing. Apparently, when Eminem was doing that take, he kept saying, "Do it again, do it again," and then because he kept making him do it,
yeah.
he started getting more and more pissed, and that's
Yeah.
how that Slim Shady voice came out, the really psychotic sounding one. What are you laughing at? Is Shibby there?
She was just. I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
You're just like, all I see is this. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see me?
No. He just sees me. Natz just sees me just looking at the corner of the screen. It's like when you're talking to someone and they're just looking somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like they're not even paying attention.
I'm trying to tell you this story.
All right, my wife.
What's up, Shiv? What's going on?
She's made her cameo now.
Hey, Shivy,
Oh, my bad.
say hi to the camera, real quick. I want to see you.
She's gone now. She's like, nah, I should have forget about
that's
it.
cool.
Sorry
Forget
about that. Yeah.
No, yeah, that was it. Like, the producers really are there to get the best out of you as an like, they look at you as an instrument and they just want to, see how you fit into the overall picture. It's crazy. That's
So
like an
would you say,
executive
like,
director, or executive producer or something.
Some points, probably like Dr. Dre and DJ Khaled, they're the type of producers, like, they'll make the song their song and their album the way they want it. But other producers will be like, they'll just adjust to the artist's vision and trying to get like the artist be like, oh, I want this type of emotion. Can you get that out of me, type of thing.
Yeah.
So there's different type of producers.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. There's different producers. Look, I don't know what the exact formula is. Like, some producers, what am I trying to get at here? Shit, I've lost what I was trying to say. Yeah, nah, it's gone. Sorry.
We're having a good conversation, mate.
Sorry, I had a really good point about that. Something I was trying to remember. It's gone. That's cool. It's getting a bit late. Well, for me, the day's just starting.
My day just started. I just woke up and just got here and ready
Just
to
gone
go.
in.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
we got to switch this up, man. I got to do the morning ones next time.
Yeah, we'll
Especially
switch it up.
so I can talk a bit louder. Yeah.
I think after a few episodes, we'll find our groove and then we'll just continue that routine. Like,
Dude, this went for like an hour and 20 minutes. I don't even think anyone's going to watch this. No one's going to watch this.
hey, man.
Just cut it up into
It's
little parts.
it's gonna be sick, man.
Half of it's me just going, oh, my headphone's not working.
But I reckon we got some good content out of that.
Yeah.
So where can
See
they
how I
find?
go. You can even like cut it up. Maybe like that's the way of the future. It's up to you, man. You're the producer for this. Like,
Yeah, man. We'll see how we go.
works,
We'll see what
doesn't.
works.
Yeah.
All
You can have
right,
it.
cool. Where can they find you?
All right, so you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Mixcloud. I've actually quick plug. I started my own Mixcloud solo. It's not. Don't worry, I'm not going solo on ya.
This guy.
It's literally like a little.
It's begun.
I
Our movie is
started
our social network movie has just begun.
just begun. It's another account with like 100 followers. No. I literally started doing voice clips while I was in hotels in Iceland. I only started like halfway through the trip, and it was sort of like the conversations in my head that were happening before doing something. I wish I did it before I was about to go to the hostel, because that would have been a good funny voice clip.
Yeah.
But they're about 5-10 minutes long. They're all raw because I record them at the time, but they're little voice clips of me having conversations. So it's my own personal unedited thought process of when I travel. And I might do other things there. I might do like decipher audios about songs I've made and shit. I'm thinking that's another thing I might do.
Yeah, so if
But
you're
that's
not
on my
sick of
solo
Natz
next
by this video or his music
Yeah.
or his
There's
Instagram
more.
or his vlogs, then there's the
There's
Mixcloud. There's a lot more Natz for the world.
And I got Twitter now. I'm trying to get on Twitter. I got no followers on that, but I'll see how I go.
I'll get
and
Twitter as well for you, man. Because I'll try to
Just
get
get
into
it, bro.
as well,
Just
yeah.
follow me.
I'll make one for the
Yeah, get into
Cheatcoders.
it.
I'll just use that.
Oh, by the way, Natz Blazin. They're all Natz Blazin, but I've officially changed my name to Nathan Blazin. Nathan Blazin. And
So
I'll
you-
explain that when my music comes out. But I'm not going to change the links because it takes too long.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be changing everything.
I can't be bothered. No. I've just changed the name. So like the display names on all the social media accounts. There's a reason for that name change. And I think it'll come out better in the music anyway when I get to it. Hopefully, if I get to it, finish soon. But yeah, Nathan
Okay.
Blazin.
And you can find us at the Cheatcoders everywhere else, whether it be YouTube. Shut the fuck up.
Just boom. Sorry, keep going.
The Cheatcoders at YouTube, Cheatcoders at Instagram, Cheatcoders at Mixcloud, and Cheatcoders at Facebook. So it's the Cheatcoders, and then you're gonna find this on Apple Music and all that stuff. I'm trying to get this podcast onto that. So
And
yeah.
Twitter. We're
And
going to get on Twitter.
Yeah. The Cheatcoders.
Just do that for you. For Twitter, just do that for you. Just make a Twitter.
Or
for
if to
people.
make it easy for you guys, just go to facebook.com/thecheatcoders. Pretty much everything's there. Everything that's been uploaded is going to be there on that thing anyway. So we might get a site soon. So a lot of things are just cooking up.
You and me got to discuss this off air. Maybe after this recording.
Yeah.
Like what we want to do with it. Because like this, yeah. I don't know, man. We got to like really get this shit on the road.
Yeah, let's do it, man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Or night.
Or
but
night.
probably day.
Depending
'cause
on where you are.
Majority of the audience.